Okay. Grand total of 87 steel plates later. Bearing in mind that takes 17.5 seconds to craft at crafting speed 1. Oosh. Point of note, by the way, in order to fill one of our, end destination belts, it would take about 175 of these things. Oosh. That is many. But we're not there yet. We're not at that stage yet. What we're doing today is that we are going to be overhauling this, because we're not getting enough in here to saturate even just these, and that's causing us some considerable problems down there. And now that I have 87 steel, I can make 43 medium electric poles. So, please and thank you, because I'm going to be wanting those quite a bit. So, meanwhile, let's just grab all of this up, because we're going to be wanting to move this around as much as we can in a hot minute to try and get actual full saturation, I guess we'd call it, full coverage, as much coverage as we can in this one area up here. Just picking all of those up. Okay. Especially because these are so much better than the things we were just using. And probably, unlike that former setup, we can actually have more than one line going here, so that should be quite good. Okay, let's just reroute this a bit. Just so that we can get it off of our iron. And again, just to give us the most space that we can get here. Right. So, let's try and assemble for ourselves a model of how these things should go. It'll be very simple and very similar to what we've already seen. And while that's going, I'm actually going to hit our first green inclusive science. And we've got a bit already on advanced material processing. I'm actually going to go with the tool belt. You'll see why exactly when that finally finishes up. Okay, so let's just go like so, and if we put one of these there, and one there, you can see they're actually able to connect, which is beautiful. It is so much more useful than what we had with just the old basic ones. Okay, so now that we've got that model in our blueprint, we can actually start spamming it all over and getting it to cover the entirety of our little deposit here. And then we'll use that as our map, as it were, for actually putting it in. Okay, so we can't go that way because there's water. Can't go that way because there's water. So we're going to start just about there. I want to keep our power lines in place at all these points. So up there, you can see where we got a little bit there that's not actually placing our miners, and that's fine. So we want to keep that one there. We don't want to keep that. Keep that there. Yeah, everything else there seems fine. We do want to keep that, because it's powering that. Everything else here looks good. Alright. So let's start putting this in place, and we then have 6 different lines coming out, instead of the piddly 1 that we had before, 2 at best. And that should provide us with considerably better iron production. And we can't just get rid of that last little bit there, because, well, we don't have anything there to even bother grabbing. But okay. Now, there is a problem with doing this, in that it will make everything run much better across the entirety of our factory. It will also drastically increase the amount of pollution that we are generating. So, to that end, let's have a look here. We are almost definitely going to be touching that, and probably that too. So I'm probably going to be pursuing diplomatic relations of a tense nature very shortly after I so much as turn this on. Unfortunately, I don't have enough miners on me to actually fill out the entire thing. But okay. Now we plan on having 4 of these units at the end, so we'll just start over here by creating ourselves... let's see how I want to do this. Probably about like that. Okay. So there. We're just going to quickly make ourselves a balancer. And we'll use this balancer to make sure that we get just the 2 lines we want out. Like so. Okay, please do not balance me. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so that's one of these rows fed in, and let's see if I have definitely not enough belts to get the other one. But okay, that's fine, because we can start adding these in. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yep, not quite there. There. And do I have enough for one more? Good. Okay. And a tiny one, just to bridge some power over. And let's watch that grow. Oh yeah, that's already expanding. Oh boy. But our production of iron ore... Take that back to before I took that down. There it was with all of them in place. That was the 9 that we had originally. We should see it go up to something similar. If not actually a little lower. A little higher actually, because one of them was dead. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go grab some iron. Or at least I'm gonna veer over to here and stop at the mall. Yay! Okay, mole. 113. I will take 100. Thank you very much. And am I low on anything? Nothing that I need to make that, except maybe some gears. Maybe some gears. But it should be fine. Let's just... Okay, holding steady for now. How many are here? 13. Okay. Just whilst I'm running back up here, I might as well handcraft some stuff. And how's that production looking now? Yep, actual improvement. Good start. Let me just feed this in as well. Now we could feed all 6 in, but I don't have a balancer to mind for how to actually do that. And we're already probably pushing our luck as is. There we go. Okay, so that is a grand total of 23 from our original 9. That should hopefully mean that we now have things on significantly higher production. Oh yeah, yep, just look at that. Oof. I love that new spike. So, yeah, this one's completely full. And this one is about to hit saturated, I think. Because it hasn't quite filled up those yet, but it has filled up those. That's interesting. Probably because this one was already prioritized by virtue of these 2 being in, so that's fine. Saturated lines, that's what we like to see. And I do have a couple more here. So, blip, 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 blip. Might as well get some more steel going just whilst I'm pottering about and such. Okay, so now... Yep, iron production is climbing over the last hour. Yep, we've already hit a high, everybody. Looking good. So now I just have to worry about whom I'm going to have to fight. Because as we've already learned, there are things on this map that, though visible to us, like having already scanned them, might have moved in after the last scan in that area. And you can see our pollution here is getting quite significant. So, here's hoping that we don't die very swiftly. And, oh yes, I do have another science lab I can put down. Since I picked up the one that was over there. Inserts RPG fast travel noise, everybody. And that'll make it a grand total of 6. Gets us a little bit more speed. Okay, we can definitely get rid of all of these small poles. And also power, as we can see there, is definitely struggling under the weight of all of the new miners. So I'm going to have to try and expand that again. But okay, that, and yep, that. Much tidier. But yeah, power is definitely struggling, so we need to get some more steam together. A couple more of those, and one of those. Whoop, I see one, but we're not quite in radius of it yet. Oh, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on that all episode, aren't I? At least if I had... Oh, I could have invested some of the steel into heavy armor. Ugh. Well, that's my fault. That is my failing. My cross to bear. Should have checked that sooner. And I can definitely move this. But hey, tool belt's finished, and you can see why I love having it. It's because it gives me an entire second row here. So I can reorganize things quite significantly. Okay, so let's put that onto... We haven't got going towards it yet. We could put it back onto advanced material processing. Lab research speed might be something. Possibly military 2 will give us access to the piercing rounds, as well as military science, but again, we don't really have anything right now that's making steel for us. Although grenades are handy, especially for tree clearing, believe it or not. Let's finish off advanced material processing. Improve our smelting. But okay. Additional benefit of having improved these is that we actually only need 1. Over here, we don't need 2. I've just, have I not killed power to everything? Surprisingly not. Oh, because they're just in touch of that. Now they're not. I do theoretically have the capacity to make big electric poles, but for now, it's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Oh, a little too short there. Yeah, let's leave room for another one. 1, 2, 3. And then enough step to account for the potential of adding another one in a hot second. Get it? Hot second? Because they're steam engines? Yeah. I can joke. Just actually hits. There we go. And that there. Okay. So power now should hopefully have seen a new peak. Hopefully. But that also means a bunch more things are going to start turning on. So, we might yet have scuppered ourselves. We might be self-scuppered. No, we look to be fine for the moment. Yep. Okay, good. Production is a little weird, but we do seem to be working alright. 5.4, 5.3. Yeah, that does look to be a new peak. Okay, good. Production is going a little wibbly for some reason. I actually can't think of why that might be. Oh, and we have still managed to disconnect the copper production. There we go. Not that it matters terribly much, considering how much copper we're currently using. And our iron. Whoa, look at that. That's when it, that right there is what happens when you suddenly add something that eats a ton of a resource. It just eats the backlog rapidly. Hence why it is vastly outstripping what our production of it was at the time. But okay, so... generating 235, eating 175. Good. That means we are going to start backing up again. In the hopefully near future. Yep, there we are. So hopefully some more of that is going to turn on in the very near future, and with that amount of supply, I can absolutely expand this up again. But I will have to reroute some of the copper first, I think. So, And advanced material processing is just happily chugging along. Yep, pretty much everything has supply right now. Don't think... yeah, we're missing something over here, and it's gears. Why are we having trouble with gears? Because we're still 2 non-complete lines going in to 8 is why. Let's try and build up this central log. Yeah, we definitely need to expand this. There's always a choke point. But also I can get rid of all of these small electric poles that are terrible and awful and very messy. But also, once we have advanced material processing up and running, I can also upgrade all of these so they'll work even faster and also generate more pollution. But, you know, working faster is kind of the first significance for them. Oof, look at that, just reaching right across. It's beautiful. Is there anything I can... not quite. About there, I believe. Yep. There and there. Whoop, except I've apparently missed... yeah, just a little bit too far over. Neat and tidy. There we go. Does mean we don't have power in the middle there anymore, but I think we can live. I mean, there's plenty of lighting over here. Let's be real. Okay, keeping a very close eye on that, because I don't want to die quite so soon. But now, power is lovely and tidy over here, instead of over here, where it's a complete garbled mess. Okay, and let's just grab that as our model. And yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do quite a bit of rerouting. plonk that there, and hopefully the copper will eventually deplete past that point in the near future. And yeah, we want 8 lines eventually. That's not happening today. But that is, at least. I only have... there we go. A bit more steel. Not quite enough to get heavy armor going. What are we doing? Cool there. Okay, good. Good. Right. Hey. Okay, how is the iron backlog building up? Haven't filled that up yet. Okay. Yeah, very nearly finished on advanced material processing. Yeah, the complete lack of gears over here is here's the definite problem for making green, but nonetheless we are largely supplying all of our green, so good. And there we go, that is advanced material processing. That gets us access to the steel furnace, which is the tier 2, not the tier 3, but the tier 2. And that requires steel and stone bricks, but it has a crafting speed twice that of the stone furnace. So it will get us substantially the same materials, but substantially faster. Hey. And with that, hope you've all enjoyed. I guess I'm going to idle a bit more over here. I'll catch you all as ever next time.